What's going on, guys? JaKia here with JBA, and I'm back with a brand new jailbreak setup called Off-White for iOS. Okay, so before we get started, if any of you have a dope setup that you would like to see featured in this series, you can submit it by sending a screenshot of both your home screen and lock screen and any other part of your setup that you want to be featured, along with a complete tweak theme and widget list to iossetups@jailbreakarmy.com. Be sure to include a name for your setup, a link to where people can find you, aka Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, SoundCloud, and possibly a name that I can refer to you as during the video. Now let's get back to this setup. Okay, so I think that you guys should pretty much know me and what I like by now. And as you may know, I like my setups to be neat and clean. So when I saw this setup, I had to show it to you guys. A wallpaper can make or break a setup, and these wallpapers pretty much are the setup. As I mentioned earlier, the name of this setup is Off-White for iOS, and it was created by Reddit user ThePieBot. Now, ThePieBot could have gone with the usual wallpaper setup, that being having a wallpaper on your lock screen and then blurring that wallpaper on your home screen. But they didn't. They chose a different, slightly darker, and dare I say, off-white wallpaper for the lock screen, and I love it. Now, the lock screen is completely clean with the exception of this little tiny widget here. It sticks to that simple pattern as this widget only features the time, which is hovering above a diamond, which are both white. This widget is one of 3 drip widgets that ThePieBot created, which are all available for download. To apply the widget, they use to tweak lock HTML4. To hide the status bar, they use to tweak bar fade. And to hide the different elements of the lock screen, they use to tweak hide me X. The springboard is bright and colorful, but it still manages to maintain that simple style that this setup has shown thus far. The theme that they use in this setup is called Conceal, which is one of my personal favorites, and they apply to using the tweak Anemone. To get this app layout, they use the tweak Springtomize 3 and iBlank, as opposed to using the tweaks Boxy 3 Beta and Anchor, which from my understanding was because the tweaks weren't properly working for them. But either set of these tweaks would work fine. They use the tweak iWidgets to apply the drip, weather, and clock widgets, both of which are small and simplistic. ThePieBot also used the tweak hide me X to hide different elements of iOS. And they use bar fade again to hide the status bar on the springboard. Lastly, they used the tweak no wallpaper gray to keep iOS from dimming the white wallpapers. This setup was actually ported to iOS from an Android theme called Off-White. And the cool thing about this setup is that it can actually be run on iOS 9 and iOS 10. Now, if you're anything like me, this setup is a no-no. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, it's neat, it's clean, but it's just too bright. Thankfully, ThePieBot actually created a dark version of this setup, which is called Off-Black for iOS. The dark setup uses the exact same tweaks and layout as the light setup does. The only visible differences are the 2 new dark wallpapers and the 2 inverted drip, weather, and clock widgets, which helps them stand out on that dark wallpaper. I personally prefer the darker version over this lighter counterpart, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What grade would you give this setup? But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Jailbreak Army, and we're on Facebook too. And as always, stay weird, get curious, and be you. Later, guys.